it's the Beginner Crafter. Welcome to another WIPMAS. Today I'm going to show you the progress from the 17th of December. And the most important project was obviously my test knit for the Chiara Jacket for IngesKnittingLab. And I've done quite a lot today. The question that I asked, I had to ask again to make sure I understood it correctly, and it turned out no, I did not understand it correctly. I missed the information about one decrease, and after that everything just immediately made sense. Then I had another question because something I did not understand from the instructions, and now everything's fine. So I did 3 sections, the back, the sleeves, and joining everything together. And when I put it on, it is slightly tight, I think, and stuff. There's the yarn. So this is what it looks like so far. And yes, part of it is the, well, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe not. But part of it might be the needles, the cable actually pulling things together. But also I'm thinking about the fact that there's going to be a band, a neck band here and a band here. So that's my worry at this moment. It's not necessarily too it's not necessarily too tight, but I don't really know how it's going to work, because I have no imagination of what's going to happen later on. So yeah, so far this is it. Like this is what I've done. I feel quite accomplished for today. I just seriously hope Inge says that no, everything's fine, it's not too tight, and I don't have to redo all that. Because that was kind of 3 days worth of work. So it would be nice not to have to redo that. Although, to be honest, I would do it quicker because, well, not necessarily because more stitches with a bigger size, but I wouldn't have to wait for answers because I would know those answers already. I wouldn't really have the question, so that would shorten the time. So yeah, this is it with the jacket. It does have some stretch to it, but I don't really want to stretch it too much, because after all, it's supposed to be a jacket and not some kind of light, airy t-shirt or something. But yeah, like I said, I like the European shoulder construction. So like this is the last time basically when it's going to be able to lay more or less flat. Well, okay, one more row, because later on the shoulder is going to start getting shaped. So it's going to start getting into 3D. So I think maybe section 4 would be slightly better to check if everything's going correctly. But Inge said to let her know after finishing section 3, so that's what I did. I try to be a good tester and do what the designer tells me to do. So that was the biggest progress for the day. But also I made quite a lot of progress on my focus piece for the day, which were the socks. the Forresten socks that I also got from Inge. So Inge features a lot today. And look what nice progress I've made. I've changed the color. First I finished this brown color, and then I moved to the purple color, and I'm already, you know, quite well into the design. When I look at the chart, I'm at I finished row 12, and from what I can see, to get to the heel, it's at least 39 rows. At least 39 because it is the last row in the chart, but if we need longer sock because our feet is longer, no, our foot or our feet are longer, then we just repeat that row with some changes. So that's 27 rounds, and then another 15. So still a long way to go, but so far I'm having fun with those socks. They're really cool, so I quite like working on them. So I'm very happy that today was the sock day. And one more project I worked on was Extraordinary Birds, and this is what it's going to look like once it's finished. And another piece of progress that I've made to date on it is that I actually finished stitching chapter 1 from Harry Potter, because after watching a video by, I think, Jen Stitchy Corner, in one of the videos she talked about a group on Facebook where you have different book challenges, and when you stitch a specific amount of stitches, it equals the number of words in a given chapter, and then it builds into a book. So I stitched chapter 1 of book 1 of Harry Potter, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. So yay, progress. I just need to remember to take the photo, and by the way, this is what it looked like before I started stitching today. I'll need to take a photo tomorrow and actually send it onto a Facebook group. I did create the album, and I did send the starting photo, but for some reason when I was doing that, it didn't want to show the photo in the album. In theory it was uploaded into the album, but it didn't show it in the album. So I'll have to check now and add this new photo, and then I'll switch the chapter, because the next chapter is also a few thousand stitches. This piece doesn't have that many stitches left, so I'll have to change the project for Harry Potter, and I think it will be Avarice, because Avarice will be my focus piece for next year, so it will be the most stitched on project, so it should be the best choice, I think. So this is what I have, and as you can see, I mostly stitched on this big bird. And well, actually I stitched on this. I stitched almost 200 stitches today, so also quite nice. And all of that went into the bird. I still have a few stitches of that color. It's, I think, 938 on this creature here. But I decided to stop doing that for today. Well, yesterday, to be honest. So there we are. Really nice progress. I have less than or fewer than 2,000 stitches to stitch. Yay. Very good. but I think I will have to take this project with me for Christmas, because otherwise I might not make it before Christmas. There are, now the colors are over 500 stitches each, so quite a lot. So I will need to work on it, but I only have 3 colors left to stitch, so it's not really a problem to take them with me to my parents, because it's just 3 bobbins, so it won't take a lot of space, and I won't have to look through which I would use, which I wouldn't use. I'll be able to stitch quite a lot. So that's the progress for today. I didn't really work. Oh no, sorry, no. I also stitched on Sashiko. I forgot. I also stitched on Sashiko, and on Sashiko I did advance on the top here, and also on one of the stars. Wait, am I in the correct right? No. No, I am. Sorry. So I advanced on the stars in here, but I also stitched on this star. Like I had one, I think, line here to stitch to make it fully complete, and that's what I did, so it's complete. So I have a really small area to stitch on Sashiko, so hopefully I will also finish this project real soon, and maybe start this 3rd project, which would take me to level 2 of Sashiko projects, which would be nice. I'm trying to reach as many levels as I can, so hopefully this will make it through. Maybe I'll take it tomorrow with me to work, because I don't, well, that depends how soon Inge will answer. If she answers before I go to school, then I'll take knitting to school. But if she doesn't answer because she'll need more time, then I guess I'll take Sashiko to have that going, unless my wheel spins something that I can also take to school. But this one is the easiest, it takes the least space. I can sort of stop whenever the bell rings, so it's not as complicated as knitting, because actually the problem with the knitting, if I was to continue the knitting that I have, it's super long rows now. I mean, I should be able to stitch, to knit 1 row per break, because they usually take 10 minutes. So I should be able to actually knit a full row, but it's just a bit more complicated now that it's a larger piece. So maybe I'll do Sashiko and probably not finish it at school, because there might be a bit too much to finish at school. Also, I guess I would have to take the thread with me, because there's not, I don't think this length will be enough for the whole rest of the project. But I could advance pretty nicely with Sashiko, so that's an idea for tomorrow. But we'll see what the wheel spins. But before I spin the wheel, the candy! The candy that I had today, the Nerds, pretty tasty, although the strawberry one didn't really taste much of strawberry. I do hope the sound quality is okay, because I just realized I forgot to put my microphone on. But I do hope you can hear me. But maybe at least some of the noises, like scratching, are not as loud then, so it's easier on the ears. So today is the 18th, so let's see what I'll be eating here. Is that another packet of nerds? No. Yay, it's Mike and Ike. Cool. These were great. I love those. But this is a different taste. It's a tropical typhoon. So what I can see is pineapple, kiwi, mango, lime, I guess, strawberry. How is strawberry tropical? And banana. So we'll see which ones I actually get. But I remember I like them, so I'm super happy that I have them for tomorrow or for today. Yay for me. And now let's spin the wheel for tomorrow. And I'll be stitching the Bocula sweater. Nice. I won't have too much time tomorrow because while I don't have an afternoon class tomorrow, my dog does. We're going to train nose work, so yeah, that's about 2 hours when I won't be able to stitch. And I have substitution tomorrow, so I'll have to stay at school longer. So that doesn't leave me too much time to stitch, but at least some progress on the sweater will be done. Yay, which is really, really cool. But then yes, I think Sashiko is the project to go to school with me, to work during the breaks. And then that will be nicely pushed. Unless, like I said, unless Inge gives me some info, because if I have to restart, then I can do it at school, because the beginning parts are pretty short and small to take with me, so it should be fine then. But if I can continue with what I have, then I don't think I'll be able to continue it at school, and I think I would prefer to work on Sashiko a little bit. If you like the video, please click the thumbs up, leave a comment down below if you have anything to say. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you for watching, and hopefully see you next time. Bye!